Happy days, let's go on.
Awesome.
Just water.
Yep, tell him to hurry.
Hurry up, bro. We got some viewers. Good evening, guys. Welcome to Thrillhouse. Supercars Group A, round number 4 from Dragontail Gardens. No support category tonight because we've bumped the Supercars to an early time slot to try and help some of these guys out. Being a Sunday night, so we're going to get straight into the action very shortly. Tonight with me in the box we have Mr. Dream. Is you there, sir?
I am. Good doctor, mate. How are you?
Very well, mate. Very well.
It's away.
We have an interesting race tonight, I think.
Should be a good one. Should be a fast one. A lot of the quick drivers in tonight.
One very quick driver not in tonight.
Big glaring omission. Bound to make a big change to the whole championship. It's going to turn it on its head to an extent. Might reopen the doors for a few of our drivers tonight.
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, in case you didn't realise, Terry is not in tonight. He's had took a step away for this evening, so he'll be back for Group B. So it gives the likes of Noble and Cyborg a big chance to catch up some points here, because Terry is quite a long way ahead in the championship at the moment. But this is going to really hurt him.
Just having a little bit of a look earlier before we sort of went to air that. He's got, what was it, a maximum of around 150 points potentially that he could earn in Group B, where guys here tonight have the potential of picking up 315 points, and he's got a lead of about 200 over Noble and over Brocky. They could put a big dent in that lead tonight.
Absolutely, and that's going to really open the championship right back up. Good evening, Atlas. How are you, buddy? So the group tonight, we've got the Cyborg. Obviously, he's currently leading the way with a 128.9. It's a bloody good lap. I've done some laps around here in preparation for round 4, and that makes me really nervous.
That's quick.
I'm a little off the pace.
So am I.
Currently D. We've got your boys there, Claude.
Oh, there we go. Time to get excited.
What a pretty car that is. I love that Penrite car. It's such a nice livery. He'd be keen to have another good result tonight. One of the guys...
he's happy with his leading. We were just talking about half an hour ago, and he was saying it's as happy as he's been with the Hyundai since he's come across from the BMW, and it's been a mental battle for him to an extent to make the switch, but tonight he's happy, so he's hoping for good things.
Kiz is back, Group A, after a really, really solid debut last round. He's going to be looking to keep Redline's run of podiums going, I think.
It's an impressive run of podiums, isn't it?
Redline. Revolution, Lucas. Come on, mate. It's been a while.
That's all right, mate. That's all right.
We got the chance of Tampa J-O-T-T, damn, he gives him racing for second best next week then. Just gives you a big target to shoot at, mate. Chase down the best. Take it as a challenge.
We're about 5 minutes away from the start of qualifying. At the moment, guys are just putting in a little bit of extra practice, practicing to the bitter end before we unleash it. Just let it free. It's going to be interesting. Who are you thinking tonight, mate? Who's your hot tip?
Look, back to a 120k, so the pit stops will be a thing. So the BMWs will suffer a little bit for that, but it's hard to look away from the BMWs for the outright pace. But it's really hard to put it on top of one guy or the other here, because you've got the Cyborg, you've got Noble, you've got Kizza. Bass is also going to be a threat in the Mustang. That car's he's very good on his tyres and fuel, so that car's going to be fast for the whole race. D's obviously quicker than the Hyundai. You've got Knuckles who's quicker than the Hyundai. NASCAR's been showing good pace earlier today. In his debuting his new 2019 livery there with the BP Ultimate sponsorship now on board.
There's a couple of interesting things, I suppose. One's been the new tyre model, which will be interesting for qualifying, which starts in 4 minutes now, and where once upon a time the tyre seemed to be at its peak, at its best in that first or second lap. So the habit was to burn fuel to the bare minimum, pop some new tyres on, get out, and you know, pop your quickest 2 laps then, where now they seem to be sort of reaching a peak at sort of lap 4, lap 5, even as late as lap 7 at times. It seems they're coming into their own, so it sort of changes the way you've got to manage your fuel through qualifying, and then get out to do that quick lap later in your stint, so to speak.
And that'll be interesting too. The guys that are up top of the championships, your Cyborgs and your Nobles, they're going to really be looking for that fastest lap tonight too, because it's going to keep them even closer in touch with Terry. They need all the points they can get. So ideally, someone needs to sweep the round. They need to pole position, fastest lap, and the win.
Absolutely.
To get maximum points.
Maximum reward while he's away.
And the other interesting thing too about Gardens is the last time the Supercars came to town, they were on Super Softs. So it's a bit different now for these guys here on this particular circuit now. The soft tyre, obviously, is a couple of tyre updates old now. But yeah, the last time we sort of ventured to Croatia, we were on the Super Soft tyre still.
We were on Super Softs, and of course it was the scene of a memorable incident, if I recall correctly, Group A. Through the quad corner there, we had a bit going on, which will be interesting to keep an eye on again for tonight.
I think that's when Mikey had his spectacular lose too, wasn't it? When he was 4th place, I think he was at the time, and he had that big lose going through the entry to Istanbul there, just where we're about to head through now with hard soft. Evening, Dadson.
There was a lot of action.
If the test starts are anything to go by, these guys are not pulling any punches tonight as well, so there's going to be some interesting, especially through the midfield. These guys are really having a crack, so interesting to see what's going to happen here. We've got one more entry that we're just waiting on at the moment. He's trying desperately to get his update done as fast as he possibly can. He's been out of town, so Wardo's on the way. He should make the race. He might make the end of qualifying, but he'll definitely make the race. So worst case scenario, he'll be off the back of the grid.
Yeah, he shouldn't be too far away. I think he's come across an update that was required. That came up while he was away too. So yeah, if not at the start, definitely through qualifying, I'd expect him to be joining the lobby. Won't be too far away. All right, it's almost time to get this started, mate.
All right.
Let's do what needs to be done. Which is this here.
Alright guys, so the room's getting reset now. This is going to clear the boards. Put all the times back to normal. And we're going to go qualifying. What else we got in the chat? So, good evening Faster Jet. Good to see you on your debut the other night, mate. Good job. Drifter's on board. How are you, Drifter? Bit of racing on tonight. Yeah, there was a bit of racing today, wasn't there? Crikey. Big day for racing in Australia today. Terry not racing tonight confirmed. That is correct, Drifter. He is not racing tonight. He's going to take on the boys of Supercars Group B next week. Pupsy God, how are you, mate? Good evening, Josh Locke. Excalibur's in the house. Going for hard soft. What a surprise. Good to see you boys in here talking up your teammates. Good to see. So I can see a couple of powerhouse guys. What else we got? Broady T, hey chat. G'day Broady T, how are you, mate? DJ Brains in the house, how are you, DJ?
Alright, we're away, mate.
Woo! Let's go. They're keen to get out.
In a rush to get out.
There we go. Gets the boards up nice and quick. Alright guys, so let's have a bit of a crack. Who's going to get pole position? Let's just start us off nice and early. Gazemanship's already started. Noble's off the gas already, rolling around in 11th. He's just got right off the throttle here and he's letting them all go. He's getting himself track position nice and early. Cyborg's done the same thing. He's rolled out of the throttle a bit, let these guys get off in a big pack. It's not a very big circuit, Dragon 2, so it's about a minute 30 a lap.
We've got NASCAR and Gazballs have remained in pits till just now, so they've given themselves plenty of room.
Drifter with a 27 make an appearance. Well, we have heard rumours of 27s floating around this week, which is just ridiculous. But I have heard multiple rumours of some guys in this category going up into the 27s. 27.8 is safe for pole position. That's a big time. So how we go. Scotty, this is some of my first laps here, even just spectating. It's my second visit here ever. Interesting track, Scotty. Very technical little circuit. Doesn't look like much on the map, but a very short lap. Not a lot of room to move. Some decent passing opportunities here. We might go on board with Kizza here and do a bit of a lap. This is turn 1. It's double apex, so you get in nice and tight there, drift the car out wide, tuck it in again. Don't want to get too wide here because there's not much room on the outside where the fence is. Hit that grass and you end up in that orange fence. This is the big shoot down into Istanbul. This is our 4-corner quad apex deal. Interesting corner again, pretty much one line. I've seen a couple of guys dive down the inside into here, the third apex. That's brave though. Oh, there's one off the outside there. It looks like the V8's off. This is a short shoot up the hill. And back on the brakes again for the right-hander. This is a tight little corner here. You can figure this one's coming. Back to the left. And then back to the right and set up for the hairpin. Down the hill. This is a big break here. This looks like the first apex, the first hairpin, but it's a lot tighter. It's only single. Tuck back in and then straight up through slingshot. Yeah, talk to himself. Big long run up the back here. There's a kink in the middle of the straight. This is where sector 2 split is. And then there's big under brakes. So you see some passing opportunities on the entry here to the corkscrew. Oh, Mo gets it a little wrong there in front. Watch that curve on the left there too, because that's a big point for a shortcut penalty. Oh. This is the final turn. This is Pirelli. Got to just feather the throttle here in 5th gear, just so you don't get too wide on the exit. You end up on that grass, you lose a lot of speed. And that's it. Very, very short lap. Alright, so.
Alright.
Bass leading the way to start off with a 129.513. Scotty, most of the monster starters are crashing on the way to the grid. Too soon, bro. Cyborg just eclipses Bass there with a 128.654. So it's starting to heat up already. Just see if I can get there we go, the time's just come up the bottom there. Sometimes
Bass looks like he's ready to respond straight away, mate. He's already done quickest first sector so far by a considerable margin.
Speedy does a great job there to get out of the way too. Look at that. Great sportsmanship from Speedy there. Saw the car coming up behind him. Goes, I'm not on a fuss. I might just step out of the way.
Gazballs the third.
Dan says, watch out for D tonight. He's on fire. Where is D? There he is. Poor position so far on the road.
Call your jets, boys. Call your jets. I'm trying to keep a lid on it. I haven't had to do commentary for one of my boys yet, and I'm on edge.
So between D, here comes Wardo as well. So Wardo's going to catch you in the qualifying as well. He might get off the back here. So D currently 4th. Oops, didn't want to do that. And we've got Knuckles is currently 6th. So these are the two fastest Hyundais in Thrillhouse at the moment. These guys are both been very consistently quick. Gazballs just goes to P3.
Brocky about to take it. He said 3 quickest sectors on that lap. Fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2, fastest sector 3 for a 128.6 already.
Nice lap there from the sidewall. So already we're seeing the big Halo names getting up around the top. Very impressive D so far with P4 lockdown already. That's nice. This might be a good chance for the Hyundai here at the Gardens. It's a pretty good track for the Hyundai. A lot of point and square.
Gazball just had it off.
Oops.
He's good now.
Speedy Chickens has got himself up into 4th position. Kiz is now 5th. Oh, someone's just gone to 4th. Gazball's just gone to 4th. Oh no, sorry, Noble's got a 2nd. That's what it's. Let's bump the timing monitor out of the way. There it is there, Noble. My name is like Bro, you just spelled different. Very good. Alright, I'll keep that in mind, mate. I like it when you tell me. That way I don't spend the next 5 or 6 broadcasts saying it wrong. Let's go to Wardo, guys. Here he is, 14th position so far. On the track, though. Great to see Wardo back. They must have been a real rush. He's been out of town. So, hopped off the plane, went home, plugged in the PlayStation, had to do an update. He's made it back for qualifying. Great to see.
Rocky's got the field by about 6/10 at the moment. It's a sizable gap.
A little while to go yet, though. I think we'll be seeing some time dropping again shortly. I'm tipping a low 28 from these guys.
27 would be amazing. Beyond that though, mate, you've got 6/10 to Noble, but after that there's literally 2/10 from 2nd all the way down to 9th.
Wow, look at those splits, guys. I'll go through them again very close. Look to the side of the screen. So 0.1 back to Bass, then 0.069, 0.028, 0.049, 0.018, 0.008, 0.082, and then we get back to
insanely close.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
This is why these guys are the fastest guys we've got. They're the best in the business. So we're talking about 100s. Yeah,
within a 10th.
Yeah. Good to see the gentlemanly aspects come back into it as well. Bass on his pit exit. He just pulls up on the exit, lets the guys roll past. He just tucks him behind Gasball's head. Looks like the guys have had their first dashing for tyres. So everyone seems to have an outlap at the moment. Look at the grid though, look at them all grouped up again. Might be playing for slipstrings here, I think, some of these guys.
Brocky's just slightly extended out to 7/10 with a 1:28.6.
That's a consistency last year on the sidewalk. But he's got Bass right behind him too, so Bass is going to start using him for a tow, I think, at the moment. Noble's just backed out of it here. He's going to let them all go past. He's trying to look for some track space, I think. I'm so impressed with watching Bass drive. He's very, very tidy.
He's kind to his car, isn't he?
Absolutely. I think that's going to play a big factor here too, because this is a fairly high wear rate track. Big long corners that are very flat, but then you've got some big direction changes in the S's. And also the four corner at Istanbul, that's a big wear on the outside tyre.
Really keen to see how the guys use their mediums tonight, to be honest. Just, well, through what little testing I've done so far, not a huge difference between softs and mediums. Be interesting to see how long they go on that medium tyre.
Settle down a little bit at the moment, but
still PB's being set everywhere though, especially the guys further back. At the moment they're all starting to find speed.
Comes Ward on his first quick one. Where's he going to slot in? 28, 29. He's on a 30 flat, so it's still on the back of the grid. That's a 30 flat for the back of the field. I can't even go a 30 flat yet. That's why I'm in Super 2P.
You've run it tad deep into turn one there.
Look, Noble's on the best sector. He's just going through the corkscrew now, so he's entering the back end of the circuit, out there to Pirelli. He's got Bass right in front of him as well, so he's got a good car to get a tow from. Knuckles is right behind him with Kizza on his back bumper as well. Knuckles steps aside for Kizza to get through. Across the line. Bass goes to 2. Noble takes it back.
Second.
Kizza takes second. There you go. So the Revolution car's back up where it belongs.
That was the fastest third sector so far for Kizza out of everyone. The 28-1.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Dads, and I'm in the 31s as well. This is making me nauseous as watching it. We just did another best sector there. Oh, no, we just did a best sector for one, for everybody.
We got Gazballs on best sector 1, best sector 2, just starting into the third sector here. Expect Gazballs to make a move up.
Currently P5 for Gazballs, let's go to him. Just going through the, a nice run through the, I can't know what it's called now, corkscrew, through Pirelli. Gets it tucked in nice. That's what you want to do, you can't get too much. Get greedy on that exit there and you're going to grab the grass and it'll slow you right down. Across this line doesn't improve but gets a little bit better up.
Yeah, it's about 3/10 quicker I think than his previous best.
No, we just did a best sector 2. Oh, he's gone off at the, yeah, he's gone wide at the corkscrew there. That's going to screw his lap. He just double purpled that whole lap. Can he redeem something out of it though? Can he still grab Kizza? Does. Kizza follows him across the line. So that would have been a great lap from Noble. That little mistake though.
Kizza improves again. He's only about 2 to 3/10 behind Brocky now.
Oh, we got further back. Speedy's on that lap. NASCAR's on that lap. Hard soft. A little bit further back down the field. Goes in for pits again. Knuckles.
Noble's got the third driver into the 28s, moving into second. So we've got 3 drivers in the 28s at the moment.
We'll be at 13 minutes, so there's still a little bit longer to go, guys. Noble and Kizza. They run a line astern again, these guys. Kizza's going for that cheeky toe again. They both slow at the moment. Oh, Kizza way out of shape through the corkscrew. No, we'll go the penalty there as well, so it's going to bollocks this lap and the next one, because he's going to lose his entry speed to the straight. What's Bass doing? Bass is on an outlap. Gazballs just went fastest through first sector. Lost a bit through sector 2 though. Look at Knuckles, guys.
Chicken.
Knuckles just goes to P4, just quietly there.
Speedy Chicken on his probably his best lap so far. Looking to improve at a 1:29.6. Currently in 8th.
Here he comes. Does improve.
Nope.
He improves slightly. Just doesn't go up a spot, but
just doesn't go up a spot. That's right. So within 5/1000ths of D's time there.
There's not a lot there though, guys. There's not a lot of a gap. Glazer, how are you, buddy? Drifter's asking if Cyborg's on his hot lap yet. Let's go back to the Cyborg and give it a break. What he's doing. Let's go through the back, through the middle of the circuit now. I'm going to run down the hill. towards Slingshot.
D's done 2 personal best, first sector, second sector.
D.
Yeah, he's
there he is.
He's got about 3/10 to make up here on Gazballs to next 6th spot.
Wide entry into the final corner. That's a nice exit line though. Oh, little wiggle there as he clipped the ripple strip on exit. Managed to gather up nice. It's going to be a good time. Oh, improves slightly. Doesn't quite get up there. But... Look out, Cyborg's on a quick run now, guys. He's come through Pirelli now. Purple sector over above his head. He's going to hammer the point home now. Speedy goes to 5th. Oh wow, so looks good. That's almost to 27, guys.
It freaked me out.
That was almost it.
Wow.
Hey Terry, how are you, buddy?
So close.
I react the same way, Scooter. Oh, he's gone faster through 1 again, guys. He's gone purple again. Let's just stay. Let's go on board with him and see if we can take some notes. There we go. Oops. Wide entry, just clips the inside strip a bit, up and over. On the back, as he started, I think he might have lost a bit of time with that little bit of a slide through the kink. Yeah, he's lost a bit. He's lost half a second.
Yeah. NASCAR has set his best time. He's moved up in a 8th position. Cornerstone Racing.
He is. Sporting his brand new 2019 spec livery. Good to see VP Ultimate coming on board. Just went fastest again, actually, through the back end of the circuit, so he might go better again yet. He actually looks like he's far enough up here. He might challenge Gazballs here if he can get through Pirelli nice and clean. Here he comes. Very balanced line through the final turn then. Nice speed along the straight. Yep.
Oh,
goes to 5th.
Nice. What do we got? 2 minutes. 2 minutes remain.
Who's got enough time left in him? Bass is on an outlap. He won't make it. Kizza. He's on a quick one at the moment. How fast is he going though? He's up on his time, so Kizza may do it. This is make or break. I think Kizza's one of the last ones that's actually going to be able to have a shot here. Oh, we got a big cut through the... Yeah, it was. There goes that lap. That was potentially a front row. Does he have time? He has time. If he can get around straight again, he might have enough time to get across the line. Pretty close though. Yeah, he'll make it. Who's next in line? Who's the one coming down the straight now? So I think Knuckles is your... Where's he?
He could improve here.
18, 19... Yeah, so Knuckles is the last car to be able to cross the line again from here. He's just going through turn 1 now. He's got a minute and a half to go. He'll be very close. But the guy behind him, whoever's approaching turn 1 behind him, isn't going to make it. That is... Noble. So Noble's not going to make it round. He's going through 1 now.
Righto.
Looks like Mo's already backed out of it behind there. Cyborg's not going to make it round again. He's done. Noble's done. Kizza can make it. Where's he? Approaching the tight hairpin now. He's going to go up to Slingshot. Approaching the second split now. What's Kizza got on the board here at the moment? Oh, this is a good lap from Kizza. Let's stay with Kizza, guys. His points are up on his PB, which is going to put him in a very comfortable second position if he can pull this off. Little messy through the corkscrew there. That car was very loose. He does a good job to get out of the way through the pits there. Here comes Kizza. This should be it, guys. This should be the front row. Kizza. Not quite. He lost a bit of time on the third second. He missed it. Oh no.
Bugger.
Alright, here comes Noble. He's not going to make it. That's it. It's done. He's not going to make it. He does improve, but he doesn't go up the position. That's it. She all over.
There we go.
Alright guys, I'll bring the timing up real quick. There you go. So Cyborg there with pole position with a 1:28.005 to take the pole. Great lap. Fantastic. Not quite the 1:27 we're hoping for, but that's about as close as you're going to get. Noble there round top the front row. Rakusa and Bass out of row 2. So Knuckles has made a really good start for row 3. That's a great qualifying from Hyundai. NASCAR up beside him. Speedy Chicken, Gaz Balls, D, Clinty Go Go, Hard Soft, Mr. Jalen, Auto and V8. We'll go over that again once we get the grid locked in case there was a bit of a mix-up. But yeah, that is qualifying.
Good. Usual suspects in a way.
Pretty much.
We've got the two big players there in Brocky and Noble, who are Terry's biggest challengers at the moment, position themselves to make the most of Terry's absence.
That's it too. Second and third in the championship at the moment, so these guys really want maximum points tonight. So it's a good start for the Cyborg. Now he's going to want to get a race win to go with the pole position. He needs the fastest lap as well. Maximum points is what he needs tonight. Looks like he's out of fuel. A couple of them are trying to round the pits fairly slowly, I think, but for the most part they're all in.
Ready when you are, good doctor. We could probably kick off the solo lap here.
Alright guys, so tonight what we're going to do is we've got Doremus here in a very special one-off livery we've done as a mark of respect for those lost their life in that horrible terrorist bloody attack in Christchurch on Friday. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go mic close for a minute, let Claude run a lap. So nice and quiet, just a bit of respect for the guys, so the chat could just have a nice quiet one for a lap or so. We'll go through it. Thank you very much for that, guys. Really appreciate that. And just to all the guys over there in New Zealand, we're thinking of you. And one of those horrible things we don't ever want to see happen to anybody. So just our little bit that we wanted to do. Big thanks to Mo for making that really nice livery there with the fern on it. Really appreciate it. So yeah, once again, Thrillhouse is all behind you guys over in New Zealand. So now we can do what we do tonight in the way that we know how to do it. So we'll go racing, get off for a nice race, and go from there.
Conductor, I'll just quickly set this grid up for us and get us up and away.
Awesome. So aircon on because it's a bit hot here now. Alright guys, so let's get podiums. What do we reckon? What do you reckon, sir? You've asked me what I think, now let's see what you think. Put you in the spot. Yeah.
Mate, you'd have to go with Brocky. To take out the win here, that was an amazing qualifying lap. Big gap to the field. Probably going to go... I'm going to go with Bass for second. I think this is a track that's going to reward his style of driving over the 28 laps of the race. And no, I won't. Look, probably third. We're going to be looking at Noble. Was going to go with a CP boy, but look for D to finish top 5. I'm pretty confident he's going to surprise a few tonight.
I'd love to see that. I would really love to see D up and about. I'd like to see Knuckles up there too, because he's been putting in a lot of effort the last couple of races in the little Hyundai. This is probably one of the tracks that they're going to be pretty strong. And look at these guys at front though. We've got Bass, we've got Kizza, Noble, the Cyborg. There's an argument here for there being an incident tonight. You know, these guys here don't give a lot of room. They're nice and aggressive drivers. They've all got a lot on the line tonight with Terry not being on board. So I don't expect him to play overly nice at the front end. It won't be as much of the no, you go sir, no worries.
What's chat saying, mate? Who are they leaning towards? Brocky, I'm assuming.
Alright, so chat is going. Richie Wither says Noble, Brocky and Bass. Drifter says Brocky, Bass then Noble. Mez is back, hey Mez, he says Knuckles for the win. Josh Locke says Brocky, Bass, Knuckles. So Knuckles is getting a bit of love. Dadson goes Brocky, Bass, Noble. Hearts off for a top 7. GFL says let's go Kizza. Let the nerves kick in, good luck everyone. Yeah, these guys have been doing this a while now, so I'm not saying that Kizza just went off in the background just to prove me wrong. I'm sure they get nervous, but these are pretty professional, these guys now, so they're a bit used to this. The F14 Tomgate says Kizza, Wardo, Bass, go. Get Wardo up there, that'll be a good run for Wardo. This is a tough field to get through.
What I might do here, mate, is I'm just going to get him to grid up at the end of this lap. I'm not going to reintroduce the safety car.
Okay.
I had some issues driving it before. So
my status as #1 safety car driver is still safe.
Yeah, mate, I'm not a threat.
Sinister, Bass, Brock, Knuckles, Noble, Incident Corner 2, Kizza drive back, and have driver of the day coming back from the pack to 5th or 6th. That's a pretty thorough, pretty detailed thorough expectation. Alright, we'll go with that. Cruisy's in the house.
Might have a time traveller on our hands, mate.
Scooter82 says Brocky, Kizza, Bass. Down the hill.
Chat for the great.
Rocky Speedy Bass. Great gate. Alright. He's coming down the straight now.
Get him now. Here we go.
Alright. It's gridding up now. We're going to start the race, guys. You ready for this? Supercars Group A is go. Big race. Huge race for these guys. I can feel this one's going to be pretty big.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous.
Welcome to the big league, sir. Alright, so Cyborg from pole, Noble right beside him. We can't see the lights, we're going to have to just wait. They're holding. Okay, they're away. Noble gets a great start from the outside. Straight round the Cyborg. Cyborg was a bit tight off the line there. He's got a couple of... Oh, Kids are down the inside as well. It could be... Oh, they were clean through one. That could have been bad. Rocky's lost 2 spots off the start of the race. Sorry. Oh, NASCAR's in the fence. Speedy Chicken sideways across the field. There's a big crash at the back there, guys. Alright, so...
already.
Bass is hustling the back of Cyborg now too. You're in the hurry up real quick.
Wardo wide through the... Oh, how did he gather that up?
Well,
he's gathered it up. He's sliding everywhere. Yeah, he's missed out on a bit of practice.
I think he's shown up too with the Brazil tune on board the car still. It's a nice little battle here though, guys. It's Knuckles is hassling the back of Bass nice and early in the Hyundai. And look at D as well. He's up there in 6th. So the 2 Hyundais. Oh, Knuckles is loose out of them. It's going to give D a run. Here he comes. Oh, hang on. We've had a problem with Noble as well. He's lost a lot of speed there. He's gone back from 2nd to 4th.
Get a feeling you burnt a penalty on the back straight there, mate.
Bit of a battle here for the lead now. Kiz is leading the race, but Cyborg was right on his back bumper now. Look at Hardsoft there in the background too, guys. Just saw him in the background there with Knuckles. They're having a bit of a go. To enter Pirelli for the first time. Cyborg has given Kiz a massive hurry up through Pirelli. Now they're under 1. Kiz chooses not to cover. So we're close enough, not quite. Pulls up nice and straight. Nice camera angle there from the GT camera angle, guys. Well done. Oh, Brocky with a big slide on exit. That's going to give Bass a look here in Istanbul. Just tucked right up under. He's flashing those lights again. Bass loves flashing those lights. That camera angle's not so much, not so good. Oh, so this is Cyborg's come. Might be a little lag and just slide there from Cyborg. His car's way out of shape on the exit of the side.
He's loose.
Bass is still flashing the lights at him. Even the best in the country are not above giving the guy in front of him a bit of a flash. Still flashing, still flashing. Playing a bit of mind games here with the Cyborg, I think. Bass goes really deep, really deep. Noble has a look on the inside there, but has to recheck mid-corner. We've got D and Knuckles. Those two Hyundais are going really well there. Go back a bit further. What have we got here? So Hardstop's currently P7. Mo's had a good start up to 8. Wardo's currently P9 with a bit of damage in the front of that car. Back to the front.
I can tell you that Clint would be the only man at the moment who's tried something a little different here. He started the race off on the medium tyre.
Yep.
Get that one out of the way nice and early and seems to be holding position well. So at this stage, although now, no, something's gone wrong already for him. He's out the back of the field.
Is that him going through the corkscrew now?
Yeah, it is.
Oh boy.
So there's a gamble that hasn't paid off.
Guys, the front, this pace is phenomenal. It's a 1:29.5 for the first hot lap. These guys are not wasting any time. Great to see the Hyundai's doing it in there. Good to see Hardsoft up and about too. Auto's in P8 as well. That's good to see. P9, sorry. There's through the front 3 again through Istanbul. So Kiz is on the wide line. Cyborg's trying the tight line. How's the exit look? Pretty good. Noble's wide again. Phil Bass is going to have to make a move here shortly. He cannot afford to sit behind Cyborg this whole time. He needs to be able to get on the back of Kizza here. If he wants to race for the outlight. Oh, they're wide through there again. They're playing for keeps. They're not leaving a lot of track on the table.
even at this early stage, mate, Baz is clearly already taking better care of his car. He's already got a marginal difference to the positive in fuel 3 laps in. And already you can see the benefits of his driving style.
Oh, Noble with a really, really late entry there in corkscrew. Threw that right in deep and just hoped it stuck. We want to do that for another couple of laps.
Oh. Hard soft. Let's get managed to gather it up.
Oh, got a penalty though. Mo's going to grab him here. Wardo might get him too here. Mo's going to try and grab it. Mo gives him a touch along as well. Wardo with a wide exit through Pirelli. That was wild. And Wardo on the back of Mo under 1. Can he get down the inside? Not quite. Mo covers nicely. Couple of our admin boys having a look. Back up the front there, guys. I saw it in the corner of the screen. Cyborg was having a real look at Kizza there. It's not like him being in second, the Cyborg. He wants to get back in front. Again with that tight line through Istanbul. Oh, Kizza with a really wide exit. That was almost 4 wheels off the track. You do not want to pick up a penalty in this group here. Noble's still hanging around with them as well. He's right in the back of Bass now. And it's not far back to D. Bass has another look. He's going to lose exit speed though because of that really tight line. Noble's on the fastest lap so far, guys, with a 1:29.119. That's a great lap on the race conditions. With the corkscrew, these guys are bumper still. Another big side step from the Cyborg there. I think that might be slightly lag induced though.
Autos all over Mo here. Just keeping him honest.
Oh, Kizza with a crap. Oh, that's a bad exit from Kizza there. Cyborg's on the inside. Must have got the penalty there, the Cyborg. Missed that one.
Penalty.
Oh, that's got Kizza off the hook. He was way wide out of Pirelli. He dumped a wheel off to the outside. Lost a lot of speed on exit. So the Cyborg's now back in the 4th position. D's going to be having a look. I don't know why they might have a crack on the Cyborg, surely. Let's scout that a bit.
Oh, I'd lose it.
So Bass, he's now flashing Kizza. See if you want. Kizza's wide. Just gathers it up. That was a really wide through the first couple of apexes of Istanbul there. See Noble in it again too though. Noble's hanging around these guys here. He's not letting them go. Just flip back through the field real quick while we've got a bit of a moment of, hang on, maybe not. Noble doesn't look. So currently it's Kizza leading the way from Bass. Noble's currently position number 3 there, but very close to the battle. The Cyborg recovering from the penalties in position 4. D with a very strong P5 in the Hyundai. Position 6 there for Knuckles. Position 7 all the Hyundais together. Wardo's in 8. Hardy Hartsoft there, recovering from penalty as well. Position number 9. V8 there in 10. Speed Chicken with another quiet one so far after that first lap incident. Currently 11. NASCAR there with him as well. Gazball's having a really rough race so far in 13th. Clinty Go-Go off the back of the field in the mediums. Watch him later, he might catch him up. Back to the front. Kizza's got a bit of a gap now though, 0.8 of a second. Now we'll have a look into turn 1 here. That's just
the fastest lap of the race, Kizza. And in the process, as you say, he's put a mini gap on him. He's got to wait almost a second here.
A little bit of breathing space, so he can just afford now to just have a little bit of coach lap now, reset the car, not push too hard. A couple of those last laps he was pushing really hard, especially through Istanbul, he got really wide. Just looking at this Noble and Bass battle again. Noble's cars have been very loose. And now he's got the Cyborg to wave at, who's back on his rear bumper. Very harsh transition there from Bass too. He's just throwing that car around at the moment. I don't know how he looks after the tyres so well, because he's very aggressive when his direction changes. Cyborg trying to get a good exit there, but Noble's right in the way again, just blocks him up. These guys have all banked right up again though. And the run down slingshot. Noble's kind of breaks into the corkscrew, not quite. Noble's tucking right back under Bass again though. This is where you want a good exit here. Set yourself up for Pirelli. Nice and wide entry. much time off the throttle, as little time off the throttle as you could possibly get without going off that little strip there. It's very easy to get too greedy there though. Here's a look into one.
Oh, here we go, Noble.
Cyborg wants to get amongst this too, look. Cyborg's going to take advantage of Noble. Noble got Bass stuck out wide there, so Cyborg took advantage too. Oh, Bass with a big silent exit there. Gives the Cyborg a bit of attack.
Straight back at him.
It's good for Kizza though. How's Kizza looking for tyres and fuel now? He's now in the battle for a couple of laps.
He's definitely used the car up more than the other three, put it that way. Not by a lot, but he is using more of the car up.
Let's go back to this little battle here, Wardo and Mo. They're still going at it, these two. Wardo might be just doing a little bit of a fuel save at the moment, just sticking behind the back of Mo there.
It's bragging rights on the line here.
Absolutely. Oh, Cyborg with a really, really rough exit out of the final hairpin there. Oh, looks like
Bass has been a penalty as well.
Bass got a penalty as well. So again, Cyborg gets away with that big loose exit. I've noticed that they've caught themselves back up to Kizu a little bit now too. They're back to 0.7. So Noble's actually going after him now.
Assuming most of the guys have been looking at two-stop strategy here tonight. We did see some one-stop experimenting going on in practice, but I doubt anybody would be willing to give that a go.
You'd think that the leaders especially would probably go to a more conventional setup. They'll go with the two-stop, get in nice and early, get the medium on, run short of the medium, and then get back out again.
I think we can probably expect guys starting to run through pits from about lap 9 to 10 onwards, I would have thought.
A little bit of battle pack getting here in the middle of the field now, so Wardo has got around Mo Jalen now. Going to run to Istanbul. Hardy Hardsoft has gone really wide there, just gathers it up, but he's going to have V8 really hustling his back bumper now. This is not an Aston track, so I feel that Cliny Gogo and V8 are going to be really having a rough time of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Speedy Chicken in the background. I saw that one. We saw that in the back of the shot there. He's having a rough day at the office.
Is this Speedy's first run in A?
No, he's been in A before.
He's done a race in A before.
Yeah. Still time though, you can gather it up. The field is spread out a little bit now, but you know, there's still spots to be got. This is a tough day for anybody, Group A. It's a really, really very fast field. Oh, Cyborg really wide out of Pirelli again. That's again, just bit off a little bit more than Pikachu coming out of there. Got the throttle a little bit too early. Oh, who's out in the background? It looks like D's pulling the penalty off as well, so that's going to get Knuckles back into the fight for 5th position. That's enough to unsettle you too. He had a good gap on Knuckles until there, and now he's going to have to reset a bit. Cyborg and Noble, they have another crack at it through Istanbul. Noble with that really wide line again. The hill. My least favourite corner of the track, this little right hand here. I hate that corner, I keep forgetting it's there. We're catching up to Kizza too, the pair of them. They're right on him now.
They've both got a better car under them at the moment. Look, they've got a substantial fuel save over Kizza at the moment. They could probably run the extra lap on him if they wanted to, or just have a short pit stop.
Another one grabbing a penalty. It's going to bring Bass back into it. So now the Cyborg's free to go after Kizza. There's a very familiar sight for the Cyborg at the moment, looking at the back of Revolution BMW. What we might do, if they don't go in the pit, or just wait for them to get through Pirelli, we might go for a lap with the Cyborg. Yep, they're going to go around again. So let's go with the Cyborg on a lap of the Gardens. Looks like Kizza's starting to battle that car to turn in too. It's looking really uneasy on the turn in. Had to have a couple of bites at turn 1 there. How's he looking for front end grip? Tyres are going to be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, they have, particularly that front left.
Cyborg with that really tight line to Istanbul again. He gets the car right into every apex, whereas Kizza chooses to like drift off the second and third apex a little bit, sit out wide.
He's a model of consistency, Kizza, though, mate. He hasn't set foot outside of 129 yet.
Wow.
129.4, 129.5, 129 flat, 129.6, 129.7, 129.5, 129.9. So we might be seeing his first 30 lap here, but yeah, that's just a model of consistency.
And Mez is asking, is anyone going to make it to lap 14 for a one stop?
Yeah.
That'd be brave, Mez. Since you've been gone, mate, we've gone to a 2 compound set up for the 120k races. Because it just indicated everything's going to pits. Just the right indicator came on there. In he goes.
In he goes.
Saw that.
Rocky's in.
No, was going to go around. So these guys have to use a soft and a medium tyre tonight in the 120k race. So it sort of eliminates the one-stop strategy to a degree, because nobody's going to want to run all the way to the end of the race on a medium tyre against guys on the soft.
Both Hyundais have come in too, Knuckles and D.
So far the runarounds are Bass and Wardo. First one out of the pits is Brocky. So jump Kizza through the pits. Clinny goes on the redemption drive. He's still 6th now. D's come out as well, in 7th position. So he's stayed ahead of Knuckles. So Noble and Bass going for the overcut. That's an interesting strategy. Remember the tyre stop here is shorter than anywhere except for St. Croix. Well, there you go. Great to have you back, Mez, with your little stats for us to keep us on our toes.
King of strategy. Yeah, well, Brocky was able to get out in front of Kizza there. They're both out on identical fuel essentially, but as I was saying earlier, Brocky had managed to save at least another lap of fuel over Kizza, and he's made it work for himself.
Have any of those boys double stinted the soft, or are they all mediums?
So we have Noble going around again, is he? He is.
He is.
We've got Brocky out on the mediums. Kizza's out on the mediums as well, so they're both doing middle stints on the medium.
Okay, so it's a conventional strategy for these guys. Wardo's just gone in, Bass is still in. Is Baz mobile yet? Or he's going to come out in regard, he's going to get passed by these two still.
Mate, I'm starting to suspect a couple of these Aston boys might be doing the one stop here. I'm looking at Clint here, who's now moved up into 4th, obviously not having stopped, and he's got enough still on board for another 4 laps.
Oh, big one,
least.
Big one. The Hyundai's a boat jump, Bass. Almost. Almost. It didn't work. He was on the inside line. They caught him right on the apex of the corner. He only just got away with that, though. They nearly both had him.
Oof.
That was a huge undercut. They're up to speed, though. The tyres up to temperature. They need to grab him quick before he gets up. He's on it.
My conservative owner brain saying just sit behind that Mustang and let him drag you into this.
Very impressed with D and Knuckles here. Again, both of them have a really good run in the Hyundai. Noble's just gone through the pits now, so where's the Cyborg in relation? Cyborg's going through corkscrew now, so he's just about to into Pirelli. How much is the overcut going to hurt Noble? I think it's going to hurt him a bit, to be honest. Cyborg's out to a 2-second gap on Kizza here. He might have pulled the master up here. Noble's rolling. Noble's going to come out with Kizza, I think.
Oh, he's got out in front of Kizza. Yep.
Oh, he's lost it through one. Oh, almost. Oh, there was millimetres and that he only just kicked the fence. That was lucky. That was very lucky. It was a very eager exit. Alright, so we'll do a quick refresh through the field now. So the Cyborg's leading the way. Noble there currently P2 hasn't lost a lot of distance on the Cyborg, which is good to see. And he's got 2 laps newer tyres. Kizzy there currently position number 3. Clinty Go-Go with position 4 after being off the back of the field for most of the race. But as Claude said, he's probably on that long one-stop strategy, so expect him in the next lap or so. Bass there still battling with D there for 5th position. Knuckles is in 7th. V8 there's climbed his way up to 8th position now after being off the back of the field for most of the race. Hardstop's currently 9th. Gasballs is in 10th. NASCAR 11th. Mojo Allen in 12th. Auto is 13th. And Speedy Chicken is currently 14th, but is on the back of the field.
Can confirm for you, mate, that all of these guys have come out on the medium tyre for their second stints.
Very good. So the entire field is completely balanced out now. I thought someone might try a double stint on the soft, but never mind.
Yeah. No one wants to be that sitting duck on the mediums.
So the lead 3 have really got away from the middle of the field though. So Cyborg, Noble and Kizzer have actually smacked the rest of the field. Has Bass taken a lot of fuel or something? Because he's a long way further back than he was when they went in.
Let's have a quick look. He has, mate. He virtually would have gone full fill again.
So there you go, guys. Expect Kizzer's next stop to be Bass's next stop to be very short. So he's going to make up a lot of time on the leaders. I thought he'd lost a lot of time with them because he's 13 seconds in the lead at the moment. And he's catching Clint at the moment.
Well, Clint's running on a really old set of softs and he's on the fuel line now, so this will be his last. The one stop's on for those guys, obviously.
That's a big ask at soft, so 14 laps. Wow.
Yeah.
You can just see how lazy he's trying to turn in now. Does not want to turn.
Yeah, you do well to let these boys just go through if you can and avoid any incidents which might ruin his strategy. He's managed to pull himself back into the game somewhat by running this longer stint.
He can't afford to get in an issue, he can't afford a penalty, he can't afford to get in an accident, so I would almost indicate now if I was him. Indicate to the right, so Bass knows he's trying to go, because Bass is going to try to get under him. This is the issue here. Bass on the inside now, Clint's going to have to yield to try and get across. It was lucky, it worked out well.
It was.
Gets inside the pit line too, nice job Clint. Right, that's going to cleanse the field out pretty much anyway, so leading the way at the moment is the Cyborg, 2.2 seconds clear in Noble. Any battles through the field at the moment, mate? That you can spot?
Probably the closest one's still the two Hyundais that are, you know, stuck to Bass at the moment. You can't seem to get away from him, although we had Clint in front of him last lap. And further back, we've got Hards off here, putting the hurt on Gazwell's actually, coming into the quad corner.
Here they come. So Gazball's there, currently running P8 with Honey Hards off right behind him in position number 9 there. Hartsoft's in the new 2019 Monster livery with another 2019 car right behind him and another one behind him. So the up-to-date liveries are all starting to pop up now later in the season. Sorry bad Dr. Turby back next week. I feel bad for the Supercars B guys because that's a big ask for them. Outlets, yeah, these races this is our regular length race. This is what we normally run. All of season 3 was this length, but we mixed up with the 60-60 sprint series for season 4. And we're currently working on ways to make that a little bit more exciting than the conservation run that it was. So at the moment it's business as usual though. We're back to the 120k split compound race again, which is good to see. So we've got a bit of a battle run off the lead up here. No, that's
D's managed to get past Bass.
Here it is. Oh,
Bass,
bit of a
Bass.
open the door into him a bit there. Just give him a bit of a. Here we go. I'm not sure you want to watch this, do you?
I'm not. I'm watching the yellow car behind him because Knuckles has managed to do something here. It might be Mez inspired. This one, he's somehow managed to save a big chunk of fuel on the two cars in front of him.
Bass down the inside again. Oh, let's go.
He's watching the two.
Oh, boys! Knuckles goes down the inside. There he is. Oh, this can see that coming. V8's hunting them too, guys. So don't count V8 out yet as well. He's about to get on the back of this. This Bass will be hating this though, because this is going to ruin his strategy. He's ran long in the pits to try and get himself a nice short window for the third stint. How's it feel watching one of your guys run in a battle?
Say again?
How does it feel having to watch one of your guys run in a battle like that? Because you're not used to that.
I'm not watching him. Everybody but D, I can't do it.
Knuckles here. Knuckles just put the hurt on the back of Bass now. I was like, oh, Bass is in. Bass has got in.
Bass is in.
Interesting. Can you stay with Bass telling me what he does? Does he take fuel or not?
Sure.
D down the inside of Knuckles into turn 1. Nice move there from D. Can he get it pulled up? That was a great move from D there. What a nice move.
Took a splash, mate. He's out almost on a full tank again.
Yeah, okay, so that'll be him to the end. Where'd he come out?
He's come out in front of Flint in 12th.
Right, so
I think he was wanting to get away from that battle with Hyundai's, get some clean track and bank some more of those 29s that he was doing earlier. He's really dropped away from that.
Yeah, okay. So 37 seconds off the lead, currently P12. Keep an eye on him though, guys, because he's fueled to the end on lap 17. So we'll see how he goes from there. Now, will the leaders react to this?
Sorry, mate. Back on the sauce again, obviously.
That's it. He would have been far enough up for the Cyborg to realise he just suddenly dropped off the board. Move reacted there. Noble's in. So one's in already. But he's low on fuel, Noble. So Noble's the one to watch now. Kiz is in too. So you need to watch those in relation to Bass in P12. This is going to be an interesting... I think they're going to clear him, to be honest, because they're not going to need to take a lot of fuel.
Well, they've got 11 laps to go. Yeah, they'll need probably more than 3/4 tank, I would have thought.
Bass is coming through Pirelli.
It's going to be close.
I think Noble's already out. Noble's out.
Kiz is out.
So they've both jumped in. He's out behind Kizza. 2.9, 2.7 seconds. Noble's way up the road. Noble is 7th position. He's a long way further up. So the Cyborg now is 19 seconds clear of D, leading the way down the back straight. Keep running in a minute. Go back to this battle. D's managed to get himself a bit of a gap now on Knuckles.
Well, that means he's retaken Knuckles, doesn't it?
Yeah, he got him in that battle with Bass a little bit earlier.
Right.
Just on the back of that. And then Knuckles
there. Put a second on him.
V8 though, he's still there, 4th position. So he's had a very quiet race, V8. He hasn't really been in any battles. Brocky's just gone in. Had the same fuel on board as Noble did on the previous stop. So expect him to drop around about 6th position-ish, around there.
Noble's found himself into some traffic here. He's got Gazballs in front of him.
Right, they're all in. So Gazball should go in too, I think. He's indicating as well. Look at that. Look at these guys indicating on the final turn. Let them know they're going in. So Noble goes to the lead. How's the Cyborg going to come out front? It's going to be close. Cyborg's just going through one now. So he's managed to get himself a decent gap. NASCAR's currently P3. Wardo's P4. And then it's Kizza. And then it's Bass, who's catching Kizza now. So this could be the battle for the 3rd step of the podium. Where's Clinny Go-Go? So Clinny Go-Go's come back out of it in 8th after running that long stint. He's about to get swallowed here by D, who's been smacked by Knuckles through the pits. Knuckles put 2.9 seconds on D through the pits.
As I was saying, he'd managed to do something in that second stint with fuel. Put him in the box seat. D's in a tough spot here. These Astons are fueled to the end.
Battle here. So Kizza, Wardo's just gone off the inside there a bit. They might have had a really rough exit out of the hairpin. That's released Kizza though. It's going to be good for him with Bass chasing him down. Waters having another look on the run to the corkscrew. Doesn't do it though. Car's much older. Feeling that NASCAR and Wardo are both pitched early, which will cleanse the field right out. Oh, Kizza way out of shape there through the Pirelli. NASCAR's in. Wardo goes in too, so that's going to cleanse. So far the Cyborg's putting on a bit of a clinic though, guys. 3.1 seconds clear of the field. He needs that lap record though. He needs to knock off Noble's fastest lap. The sweep would be ideal. Maximum points for the round. Noble's going to be pretty happy with the fastest lap in second position. It's a good haul of points.
Brocky reclaimed second position outright in the championship. He'd jump ahead of Noble. There's only 3-point difference between the two going into tonight's race. So
there you go.
And a big close up on Terry.
Currently P3 now. He's starting to stabilise a little bit there. Bass is working really hard to try to catch him up.
Brocky's just sent fastest sector. I think he's on a quick lap.
Let's go back to the Cyborg. Goes down through the corkscrew. A little wide on exit there. Catches a little bit of grass. He's going to go for a really wide run through Pirelli. Feathers the throttle nicely. Nice exit. Uses up all the track. It's been the fastest lap. It is the fastest lap. Can Noble respond now? You would have saw that pop up and went, damn it, that was my point, I needed that. It's 5 points for tonight, I believe.
I think you're right.
It's 5 points. That's a big ask when there's only a 3-point gap. You kind of want to get that back, Noble.
Just got to wonder whether Brocky's worked the car a bit harder than he needed to, though. Whether he could pay for that at the back end of the race, chasing the fastest lap.
It's still 7 laps to go, so it's a fairly long third stint for these guys tonight. They've got a long way to go yet.
He's just at the fastest first sector again, so he's not happy with
Noble's had a big issue. Noble's had a problem.
Oh.
He's dropped right back to Kizza. I reckon it was at Istanbul there. I reckon he's gone off on the outside there. So that's given Cyborg a massive freeze. 10 seconds down the road now. He can afford to back off and really conserve the car.
Dion Clinty.
Here it is. So Clint's struggling home on those mediums now, which are now several laps old. Down the inside of the fresh softs. That was always going to happen. Well, Clint's going to have a run down the inside there. This is where the Astons are the biggest part of the track. The Astons down the back straight. Nice and strong, plenty of power.
Well, Clint's on the softs. He started on the mediums, so
that's right.
He's now on his better tyre. Yeah, he was the only one that did that.
How many laps is he in those softs? So that must be an old by now, surely.
Well, he's looking to do 14, mate. That's the challenge. He's one stopping here. He stopped at 14, and he's hoping to do another 14 on the softs.
He just ran him again on the exit of the corkscrew again. Clint's trying to go the slipstream down the straight. Bit of gamesmanship going on there, bit of weaving backwards and forwards, guys. Keep it clean. D should pull away from here now. He's got 6 seconds to catch the knuckles though. That's a big gap all of a sudden. Back up to these guys up here now. So 2 seconds between Noble and Kizza for the second step on the podium. Can Kizza run him now?
Can Bass run them both down?
How's Bass's car look now? Because Bass is on that different strategy now.
Mate, they're all looking pretty even at this stage. Bass is a little lighter on fuel. That could be his only advantage here. His car's just a tad lighter than the other two.
He has been working the car hard to try and catch these guys back up too. So we get back down to the fields. I think I can see a little bit of a battle going on further back. So Wardo and NASCAR having a bit of a go. And who's this back here? So it's Mo and Hardsoft. Try to give everyone a bit of TV time tonight. I know we tend to focus on the leaders quite a bit, so go back and give these guys a bit of a run for the cameras. Monster and Red Bull. So that's Mo's old car there right in front of him there. Hardsoft took Mo's old ride. As we remember, Mo was driving the Monster Energy Mustang last season. He's gone back home to Red Bull, back home to Alpha, where he spent a season in Season 2. Back then it was called Team Mo down there. Back before it got a little bit less professional than it is now.
Team Mo down.
There's some interesting names for the second season of Thrillhouse Supercars. There was some pretty loose names. And there's Speedy there. Look, he's just in for the run tonight. It's a very, very fast operator, Speedy Chicken.
Yeah,
but
unfortunate. He's a quick driver.
Oh, Wardo's gone. Wardo's just lost it. I just caught it. Oh dear. Wardo's season of woe continues. He's having a rough run this season.
Well, he's had, as we were saying earlier, limited practice for this one and only just made it into qualifying. In this company, you know, it's a tough gig doing it that way.
Absolutely. He'd be hating life running 14 too.
Yeah.
Cyborg has extended his lead out now, guys, to 11.9 seconds clear of the field.
Mo up the inside on the hairpin. Oh. Didn't get, no, redressed a bump.
Very good. So the Cyborg there now 11.9, nearly 12 seconds, just gone 12 seconds clear of the field now. Noble there in P2. That gap to third is very slowly calming down. It's down to 1.7, 1.8 now. Looks like they've dropped Bass again. But expect Bass to pounce if these two start to battle it out in the last couple of laps. You slow each other up a lot when you start battling for position.
Gaz Balls is now on the back of Clint. Clint's slowly going back through the field on this one-stop strategy.
It hasn't worked, has it?
No.
Gaz is going to grab him here too. He's going to get out to the inside. Clint's going to run him out to the outside. Does Gaz go to the inside late? Not quite. It's only a matter of time though. They can smell the blood in the water. Look at Clinty's car. Can't get it to turn in, the poor thing. It's struggling.
Well, you can understand the line of thinking. Obviously a track that probably doesn't suit the Aston Martin very well and just try something different. You know, trying to run the same strategy as the other boys probably would have seen him further back than this.
Absolutely. I love to see this too. I love to see guys trying something different. It'd be a boring world if we all did exactly the same thing. So hats off for giving it a crack.
Absolutely.
You know, he's going to get a top 10 out of it anyway, because there's a fair gap back to the guys further back than Gaz, so top 10's still solid effort in this grid.
Absolutely.
You have to remember how fast these guys actually are. The gap's just stabilised to second position again. It's 1.9 seconds now, so it's hard to see what Kiz is going to do here. Can he get him, or is he going to settle for third? Oh, big wiggle on the exit there.
Has managed to grab hard soft.
Great job.
Move up into 11th.
JOTT says the time will sets a lap on worn tyres that he's managed to be able to do in time trial mode, where for those of you guys that aren't initiated, you go a lot faster in time trial in the arcade mode than you do in a actual lobby. Just to track edging and stuff like that. There's a lot more grip on the track when you're in time trial mode, so you tend to go a lot quicker.
Oh, Noble's getting loose. The back end of his car is starting to get real loose.
Is this what Kizza needs to pounce? I feel that he needs to start catching up now though. He's got just on 3 laps to go practically. He needs to get back up on him. He needs to put the pressure on. He can't afford to sit back 2 seconds back. If Noble's car starting to wiggle like that, you need to get on the back bumper as quickly as you can and force a mistake. Now, historically, Noble has had an issue in that sort of regard too, where he's been pressured late in the race and has made a mistake. So he'd be enjoying the fact he's got a bit of a gap here back to Kizza at the moment.
Well, he's probably involved in the most memorable finish of all time for Thrillhouse. Which was final race of season 3, I believe it could have been for Group A. The fast cherry closing in on Noble and a couple of commentators losing their absolute minds on that last lap, from memory.
So Bass is got backed off a little bit now. He's, I think he's conceded now. He's going to start the podium if these guys don't make a mistake. He's dropped out to 3 seconds off the back of Kizza now. I think he's just conceded to go to 4th now, I think. It's a big ask now, another 3 seconds to catch these guys in a lap or so.
Feels like the Brocky of old is back tonight, mate. It's a commanding 13-second gap he's got now on the field.
Yeah.
It's like the Brocky we've sort of grown accustomed to seeing, where he just dominates fields. Early on, I suppose he had a challenge on his hands, but he's seen all challenges off, and now he's just stamping his authority all over this race.
It's good to see he's going to light the championship right back up. Is what we want to see, guys. Didn't really want to see a runaway leader this early in the championship, so just puts it back on Terry down now. He's going to have a really good run in Group B. Really get some solid points. He can't afford to get caught up in the mess. Knuckles there with another brilliant drive there for 5th position so far. He's got clean air all around now. Great to see. Definitely setting the pace with the Hyundai boys this season.
He's the quickest man in a Hyundai car this season for sure.
I'm a bit of a fan too, because I'm a bit of a fan of the little Norton car. She's been parked in the grass for 3 seasons, so it's nice to actually have it out on track this season.
Little Bumblebee.
Love it. And D. What a run from D so far. 6th position. Your boys have been up around the pointy end again. It's good to see. In the back of...
he'll be happy with this. I don't think he'll be... Yeah, look, top 10 is always the goal. Here he thought he was a bit stronger than usual, and look, 6th probably justifies, and it's probably the position that he was looking for.
That's it too. Against these rapid BMWs in this group, 5th, 6th, 7th is what you'd be hoping for what we would classify as a normal racer, because the guys up around the point here just aren't human.
They're not normal.
They're just not normal. So we expect for these guys. Don't get us wrong, D's a very, very quick operator, but I think he'd be very happy with 6th position in this group.
Absolutely. Look, I think he's seen it as a challenge to try to take Knuckles on being in the same car, and that'll be his challenge for this season, to close that gap up to Knuckles as we move forward through the season, and hopefully push him for that position as the quickest Hyundai.
Absolutely. That's what you want to see. Gazball's another quiet one. We're in the back of top 10 again. It's not quite the Gaz of old we've seen, but it's still a very, very solid race.
Something tells me Gazballs is counting down the weeks to the Bathurst race.
Yeah.
I think we'll see Gaz of old out there.
Gaz is the Greg Murphy of Thrillhouse, guys, if you haven't realised. He finds another gear at Bathurst. Had a very quiet season last year, and then suddenly put the car on pole. Bang, there we go. Clinty Gogo with that interesting strategy again, tried something different, so he's in 8th, so I think he's going to hold on to the top 10. NASCAR there with another solid top 10 finish there in position number 9 so far. Just going to quickly go through these last couple of guys because Brocky's about to cross the line. So V8's in 10th, Mo's 11th, Hardsoft 12th, Speedy is 13th and Wardo's 14th. And we're going to go back to the sidewalk as he crosses the line. 14.7 seconds clear of the field.
Amazing, well done.
Nice little milk run for the sidewalk tonight. Comes Noble with a very well fought position number 2 in the end there. Managed to hold on to it.
Great result for Noble.
Kizza goes P3 and Bass is the first of the non-BMWs in 4th. And we're back to Knuckles. Another commanding finish there. 5th position. Oh, Gazballs didn't make the finish line.
Oh no.
D finishes 6th. That's going to get Clinty Gogo up to 7th position. NASCAR
That's
in
pretty
8th.
impressive. That's a fair comeback from Clint.
For the one stop. Beautiful job.
Yep.
P8 in the top 10. Mo Jarlin grabs the 10th position there. Hardy Hartsoff in 11th. Speedy Chicken crashes across the line in 12th. And here comes Wardo. I think he might have had another incident in the last lap there because he's dropped right off the back of the field. Oops. Joseph, I'll be frustrated, Wardo. Finish line's this way, mate. Come back a bit, come back a bit, please. He's going to back it over the line. Oh dear.
Nice work, mate. Well done.
So the Cyborg wins it. Once he got through the pits there, it was a pretty foregone conclusion.
Yep.
And that's what he needed to do. Pole position, fastest lap,
He did.
and the race win. So this is a sweep. It gets him back into the championship race.
Mission accomplished.
Save your replay, guys, if you're listening, just in case you need it.
Alright, let's grab this. Alright.
So we'll go through the race results there for you guys. So Brocky there wins it. 14.7 seconds clear of the field at the finish line. Noble in second. Kizza with P3. So BMW is 1, 2 and 3. Bass there in a Mustang in position number 4. Then the two Hyundais of Knuckles and D in 5th and 6th. Clinny Gogo with an Aston Martin in the 7th. So that's all the makes there in the top 7. Good to see. Another BMW there in 8th position. And it's V8 in the Aston. Mojal in the other Hyundai. Then it's Hard Soft and Speedy Chicken 11th and 12th. And Wardo in the BMW is 13th. And Gazballs will be qualified as position 14 on half points because he was on the last lap. So he completed 75%. So he will get some points for the finish. Even though he dropped out with about a kilometre to go. Oh, Clinty Gogo was an interesting one there. He had no force feedback on his wheel for that race.
Oh, well that's amazing effort then.
That would have felt weird. Would have felt you driving a cheap little hatchback thing with electric steering.
That had happened once and it made the car virtually undrivable. That's a fair effort.
Alright guys, the good to see the driver of the day guys are already coming in. So I'm just going to scroll up a minute and have a look. But the guys haven't done it yet. Make sure you bring them in for me. So we're going to start with... Come on Chad, come back up. There we go.
We lost your chat.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back. There we go. So Drifter says Brocky. Pruski says Brocky. Hey Pruski. Excalibur says Brocky. Captain says Clintford and V8 driver of the day. Crappiest track for Aston. Miracle they haven't been lapped. Jim Bob says Brocky. Jay says Brocky.
I think we've got ourselves a driver of the day there.
Yeah, it looks pretty one-sided there. We got D says Dan says D. Chat's moving too fast, I can't keep up with it. Vortec, another one for Brocky. There's Puma in the house. How you going, Johnny? Kizza, congratulations on a great result. Dadson says Brocky.
Fairly unfortunate end there for Gaz, really.
Yeah, it is.
Once again,
Wardo votes for himself, driver of the day.
Oh, it's a great effort of him to be able to make the race.
Absolutely. Clint voted for himself. Fastest set to driver of the day is Knuckles. So I think Brocky's got it from what we can see so far. Pretty much a landslide driver of the day there for the Cyborg, which is it's easy to say because he definitely took control of the race from about the middle of the second stint onwards and really stretched the lead. And they didn't really have anything for him towards the end of the race.
That field is a lightning quick field, and he's put 15 seconds on him. That to me is driver of the day. Look, don't get me wrong, there's some great drives there, you know, Knuckles, D, all these guys, you know, all commendable performances. But yeah, to streak that field by 15 seconds.
Well, that's it, that's exactly right. You know, get away from the field and just run to a number at the end of the race. Got the car home quite happily. Clean race as well for him as well. I noticed on the podium picture. So yeah, good run from him in the end.
Absolutely.
Pop
what have we got coming up? Good doctor, we've got Thursday
night. Super 2 Group A. So the bad boys of Super 2 are back after an interesting run at Interlagos.
Yep.
So
they'll be looking for redemption.
They'll be looking for a nice clean run this week, I hope.
Absolutely. Well, any given race, we just saw that Super 2B race late last week, was it, or earlier this week? Earlier this week. That was amazing.
That was a great race for...
If we get anything anywhere near that, it'll be well worth watching.
There's the replay, guys. I'm just going to go back down through the field a little bit and see if I can sort out what happened on the first lap. So we'll go with Speedy Chicken because he was one of the ones that was amongst it in the first lap. Yeah, great run tonight, D. Really, really impressive run with Hyundai. Cheers, Kizza. Yeah, another great run, mate. There's Revolution Cars back on the podium, so that's another streak for the Revolution Cars on the podium. So it's a bit messy through turn one. These boys have been trying to go through. Oh, a bit of a touch on the inside there as well, and they're all off everywhere. Oh boy. Yeah, that'll do it. Anyway, guys, I'll hand her over to Mr. Dreamer here for his closing comments. Then we'll close it out tonight, I think.
Nice, mate. Out of the pub, that's good. What can we say? Once again, these quick guys, you just watch them going around setting times that you'd only dream of setting yourself, and they just do it lap after lap after lap. I did jump into Brocky's times there for his last stint, and he had like 8 consecutive laps in the 28s. And if you play this game, you can only look at that and just appreciate it for what it is. And it's great to see that Thrillhouse has gathered all these really quick drivers, and beyond that, good blokes, who are always active in our Discord channel, offering advice to guys like myself who are still looking to improve, and just looking forward to more of it. This is a longer season this season. There's so much of it still left, and just hanging to see what comes of it, to be honest, mate.
Exactly right. We're not even really done. Oh, hang on. Oh, so Clint went in early. I was on the replay there. He's gone in on... He actually two-stopped.
Did he?
Yeah, he's gone in the pits on lap 1, I think it was.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. You certainly got us there, Clint. We weren't expecting that at all. That's why he was so far to back. He dove straight into the pits. Huh. Go figure.
There we go.
You cheeky big shit.
Otherwise, mate, yeah. Another round down. Supercars A, look forward to Thursday night. We'll probably see the return of Ghost into the commentary box. He's been out having a great day at the Grand Prix, lucky bugger. I'm surprised to see Pruski in chat there. I thought he would probably be struggling to watch tonight, but obviously he's managed to make it and watch the race, which is great to see.
Well, yeah, so I'll go with that again. So guys, tonight, great race from you guys. There's another one tonight where we could see the real sponsorship coming into it again. A lot of guys I know is indicating when they're going to pit, put the indicator on as always through Pirelli. Let the guy behind know I'm going to be slowing up. Don't try to get on the inside. Which is great to see these guys are really sort of thinking about what's going on around them now, because I think last season we had a couple of incidents where guys were getting trapped out on the bad tyre because they couldn't get in. So it was great to see these guys being mindful of what's going on around them. Another very clean race from the Supercars A guys as well. Congratulations to Brocky with a stellar drive again. That was just ridiculous. And also to the rest of the podium there too, Noble and Kizza. You guys there. Look, Bass there in 4th position. That's not someone that you want to be trying to fight the race for. So to manage for those guys to get him and hold him out for the whole race, that's a pretty good effort too for 2nd and 3rd as well. So great effort from the boys there. Thanks to the chat again. You guys are just ridiculous. I think we're at I can't quite see it at the moment, but we're over 200 comments tonight already, so you guys are absolutely hauling through the chat tonight. Really appreciate you guys jumping on and getting amongst these guys and really supporting myself and Claude in the box tonight as well on a bit of a hobble together stream style. So I've just clicked over 300 comments there with Danson. Thanks very much. Cheers to Claude for holding the room open tonight, mate.
No problem. Thank you. Well done tonight.
A bit dubious about the room to start us off, but she's all come together right in the end. And ended up being a pretty smooth race. That's what
We saved Filthy some stress.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate you jumping in to help me out in the box too, mate, because this on your own isn't quite the same, so it's great to have someone else to bounce off.
No dramas, mate, any time.
Anyway, so I think we might leave it at that then, guys. So have a good couple of days, guys. Make sure you look after each other. Just another shout out there to the guys over in New Zealand. You know, we're all here for you. Australia as a country's here for you, so you're not alone. And we will see you guys on Thursday night for Super 2 Group A and Super 3. I'm not sure if Super 3 is actually racing, but we'll see you guys on Thursday night for that one.
Sounds good.
Alright guys, have a good night.